Question 38 writing task is to write a letter to a district nurse at the district nursing center requesting home visit for Mr. Andrew O'Connor, who was admitted in Northwest Rehabilitation Hospital in a paralyzed stage as a result of left cerebrovascular accident. Here, you are a charge nurse in the hospital ward where Mr. O'Connor has resided during his hospital stay, and you are writing a referral letter to the district nurse who will be attending to Mr. O'Connor after his discharge. Let us look into the case note first. This is simple and very straightforward case note. If we look into the case note in detail, we can see there are two dates given. This is the admission date and the discharge date. Here, the admission date is irrelevant and not to be mentioned in the letter, but you have to mention the discharge date in the introduction paragraph of the letter. The date of the letter will be today's date, which is specifically given in the case note because it is essential to know when the service should be provided. The name and age of the patient is important and should be mentioned in the reference part of the letter. All the information mentioned in the case note are relevant and should be mentioned in the letter. While framing the letter, please do keep in mind to organize the information in a proper manner so that the letter doesn't lose its continuity. Taking all these points, we have to prepare a letter in an organized manner. Now, let us see how we can write a letter with the help of a sample letter written by a candidate from India. The date written here is wrong. The case note specifically says the date of the letter is 19th March 2010, so you must use the date as the date of the letter. The address written is correct. The salutation written is wrong. Here you must use the designation as mentioned in the case note, that is Dear Nurse, comma. In the reference, we don't have to write aged 74 years. Instead, can simply say 74 years. Moving to the introduction paragraph, I am writing to refer Mr. Andrew O'Connor, who has been diagnosed with left cerebrovascular accident which resulted in right side hemiplegia, needs your assistance and ongoing care as he is being discharged today, which is somewhat okay but not an impressive one because it doesn't deliver the exact condition of the patient and the kind of service to be provided and how it should be provided are not mentioned. Another thing is that the letter says he is being discharged today, but as per the case note, he will be discharged on 22nd March 2010. Making all those corrections, we can rewrite the introduction as I am writing to refer Mr. Andrew O'Connor, who is slowly progressing from right side hemiplegia due to LCVA, requires daily home visit for the assistance and ongoing care following his discharge on 22nd March 2010. Where all the relevant information is included in the introduction. Moving to the second paragraph, Mr. Connor mobilizes slowly with the help of a frame and can feed himself. He has mood swings, hence his coping at home has to be monitored. Here again it doesn't say about the treatment he has gone through. Therefore, this paragraph should have been written as during hospitalization, Mr. O'Connor underwent prompt physiotherapy and occupational therapy, but still his prognosis is not up to the mark. So he still requires assistance with daily dressing, in and out of bed and daily living activities. He can feed himself and walk slowly with frame, but has occasional mood swings, which is much impressive. Moving to the third paragraph, we can see the information are not completely delivered and the reader cannot get a clear idea from this paragraph. There are more information to be added in this paragraph, like since Mr. O'Connor's children are not living with them and his wife is a 71-year-old angina patient. The hospital advised for the nursing home placement, but this family refused it and insisted for the home discharge. So necessary modifications are carried out at his home according to an occupational therapist. Moving to the rest of the paragraph, we can see that the information are not properly organized because all the services should be provided through home visit daily 2 times. But here the candidate has splitted all this information and mentioning the important one at last. The second last paragraph can be reorganized in such a way that Mr. O'Connor has to attend day hospital thrice a week and re-refer him in case of emergency, which is more impressive. Coming to the wind-up sentence, you have to mention the name of the patient along with the sentence. Then it becomes, please do not hesitate to contact me with any queries regarding Mr. O'Connor. In the sign-off, a comma is missing after yours sincerely, and C and N should be capital for charge nurse. Considering all these points, the letter will score for 280. Thank you.
New method for OET learning. How are you preparing? Online or offline? For speaking and writing, you can get tutor reviews. How will you be able to manage your reading and listening? How can you manage your self-practice easier than ever before? Learn OET in Merlin's way. Most successful OET learning method from world's best online trainer. Chat now, mentormerlinexam.com.